Hello guys, what's up? This is Sam and Feli. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, lovealadijonnaise. We are here incredibly happy. Again, we are together recording this episode and we are incredibly excited also today because today, guys, we're gonna talk about a controversial topic that is completely related with long distance relationships. And we're gonna try to give our opinions and everything. But first, let me welcome to my dear girlfriend that is here sitting next to me.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're fine, whatever you're doing. And as Felipe said, today we're gonna talk about long distance relationship, or basically why some long distance relationships are successful and why the other ones are not, and why people think almost part of the time that they're impossible and stupid and there is no point.
Exactly. The main point of this episode is basically just to give our opinions, our thoughts, why, as Sam said, why do we think that people usually fail on a long distance relationship. And it's based on our experience, based on the stories that we had heard along this time, because of course we have some friends that they have tried. It's been like we've been in this relationship, and throughout the time, a couple of our friends, they have started a long distance relationship, but at the same time they had broken up, they had failed.
Yeah.
So why does this happen? Why do people say that it's impossible? Why do you think that it's impossible, as people say?
I think the first thing that comes to my mind is when you say, oh, I have a boyfriend, girlfriend that lives, I don't know how far away from me, we're in a long distance relationship, is that people say, oh, but you don't know what that person is doing in their free time when you're not with them. Maybe they're hanging out with another girl or boy, or they do other things that don't make you trust in them, and then they say, oh, but how can you trust this person blind, blind trust.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the first thing that comes to my mind, because always it's like, oh, but probably when you're asleep, she is hanging out with another person.
Yeah, I get you. I think also, I think you're right and everything's true about what you're saying, but I think also that we can complement to this, like usually when people are about to start a long distance relationship, they tend to literally let themselves guide by what they have heard, from other people of long distance relationship. An example, for example.
Okay, an example.
Yeah, it's not an example from a friend or something. It's just I'm going to give an example. I'm getting that story so you can see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
For example, let's imagine a person, a guy or a girl, whoever you want, that likes another person. And the thing is, it doesn't have to be from another country or continent like you and me, but it could be even from the same country, but, one
far
away city, exactly. And they really want to try a long distance relationship, but the thing is, they have a friend or they have a cousin or something that they've been already in a long distance relationship and they failed. And there comes this person and starts telling this person, oh no, but it's impossible. And, starts
listing the reasons why
they shouldn't have a long distance relationship. And it's what we were talking to you and me one day. They predestinate themselves to failure. Exactly. So I think first of all, in my opinion, one of the reasons that long distance couples fail is because they predestinate themselves to fail, because they can start a long distance relationship, but I've heard stories about people that they had started long distance relationship, and since the beginning they're like, let's see how long we can last.
Oh no!
And it's dude, seriously, you're predestinating yourself, you're marking your own future
to a failure.
Exactly, to a failure. So you're bringing yourself your own future, let's call it like that.
It's never say how long. Let's see how long it's gonna take us, or how long are we gonna stay together. Never say that. It's just so weird, because in a normal relationship where a couple lives 20 minutes away, no one says that. But there are also sadly some couples that fail, that live 20 minutes away and are not even in a long distance relationship. So don't predestinate yourself. And yes, I agree, like, cause they listen to other people's stories and then they think, oh, this is gonna happen to me. Whereas, like, people are different, every couple is different.
Yeah.
So everyone's gonna have their own problems, their own situations, their own happy moments, and no one's gonna be the same. But also then you have other people telling you, oh, this person is hanging out with another boy or girl when you're not around, and then you just create those negative thoughts in a person, and then the couple starts arguing and all those things.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I mean, we all need advices from people. And if you're in one of those situations, just don't go straight to the person that knows that you know that
failed.
Exactly, that failed. And not only in a long distance relationship, could be even like there are people that they've been having lots of couples during their whole life, and usually their couple life is a mess.
Yes.
So don't go and ask for advices to those people when you're about to start a long distance relationship, because most likely they're gonna give you the wrong advices.
Yeah.
Maybe they're gonna tell you, oh, put attention to this and this, but most part of the times the tips that they're gonna give you are gonna be for, try not to get into it, try to avoid the situation and that. But if you know someone that is in a long distance relationship and they are succeeding, and they're trying and everything, you should go to talk to that person, because maybe they're going to tell you the reality and they're going to tell you, okay, this is going to be the hardest part, but it's possible if you do this and that and that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you need to I think you need to put a lot of attention to that part. And also, as you were saying, as Sam was saying at the beginning, is a lack of confidence. Like, if you don't trust completely in the other person, as we were talking in our episode, the blind trust, it won't work, because you literally need to have blind trust.
Yes, and as Felipe said, yes, take advices from those ones who have successful relationship. And the second thing, what I would say, why sometimes long distance relationship fail, or also like normal relationship, is like lack of communication, or the way you're communicating.
Yeah, of course. I think like communication, well, we think that communication is a most important part of our relationship. Doesn't matter if the couple lives 1,000 kilometers away or lives just one street away.
Yes.
Yeah, lack of communication can exist even in your own house.
Yeah, with your parents,
exactly.
With your family.
Yeah, with your family. So it's something we think that you need to start training, especially start training with your family, because of course those are the ones that you have more confidence with. And then you're going to start training with another person that is not part of your family. But I think I'm going to give a couple of examples. Of course, I'm not going to say names, but of people that I know and that they've tried, but the thing is, like, I think like a problem, and it usually happens to all couples at some point. I think even had happened to you and me a couple of times.
Give me the example.
Yeah, no, it's just that we give for sure, and usually happens at the beginning of the relationship where we don't have like an expertise, we're not used to it.
You don't know the person
exactly
very well.
That we give for sure that the other person knows what we want or what we mean.
That happened to us like literally the other day.
Exactly. And you can see we've been more than 3 years together, and it still happens to us. But the thing is, like, you start giving for sure what the other person wants. I'm gonna give an example. Like, there comes this friend that I really love, and they were trying to have a long distance relationship, but the thing is, like, as time was passing, they started losing a bit of communication. Why? Because of course obligations started rising. You finish university, you have to work. You have, you start having more obligations, and the thing is, like, your schedule,
you get busy.
Yeah, you get very busy. Your schedule is a mess. And you start thinking like, maybe when I'm off of everything, and if I have time, I can talk to this person.
No, never do that.
Exactly. No, like it doesn't matter if you're the busiest person. You need to open yourself time, at least 5 or 10 minutes a day, to talk to the person and being really committed to that person. Because if you are like one of those that, I'm super busy, I'm working the whole time, studying the whole time, and you leave your couple by the end, like, I'm going to talk to my couple in the night when I'm chilling and everything. you don't know if you're gonna get super tired to the house. You don't know if your couple is gonna be already sleeping. So whenever you have time, it's fine to have a bit of communication, and that I think it's one of the main problems with long distance couples, because they think like communication is for when I have time.
It's not when I have time.
Yeah.
We actually talked about this in one of other episodes.
Yeah.
And we mentioned, like, even if you have like 2 minutes, just send them voice note or whatever. Well, better voice note than just texting or typing. And if you like have a bit more time, just call them for 5 minutes to talk.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how busy you are. I think you always find like at least 2 to 5 minutes in your schedule.
Of course. Guys, believe us, can sound stupid, but even when you go to the bathroom, you can even text them, and it's okay. I mean, that's something important, like not using the sentence for when I have time, but to open yourself some time. Yeah.
Or like saying, oh, I don't have time. Or like not even replying or whatever. But if you're really, really busy, I think it would be nice, send them like a short, nice voice note saying, I'm sorry, I'm busy right now. I call you, text you, send you a voice note in a bit more once I finish this task. That is like really like urgent.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. And also something I was actually thinking about, and I was like, okay, how can I say it? But actually, Sam and me were planning, I don't know for when, but we have like our script on ideas of podcasts and everything, but we're planning also to talk about on an episode about planification of future, which is something crucial for a long distance relationship. But actually, I think will be another point why I think like most part of long distance couples fail, and that's because they don't know how to planificate the future, how to plan their future, and they try to rush before it's time to rush. I don't know how to explain.
Because I have another thing with communication before we move on. I remember the thing is also we suggest, because like lack of communication, let's say you have like a problem or a discussion, and it's better to like put it in a voice note or call the person rather than text. Because text can your voice shows how you feel, like your intonation and that, and in text something can sound very rude where in reality is not that much. So that would be suggestion, because that's also sometimes they just like text and then they interpret it wrong, and then it's like, oh, you said this, or you were super mean, and all those things.
I know. I actually remember something. Thanks for saying that, because, emojis, guys, like those things. Some people, we use them a lot, and I include myself. I use a lot of emojis. But some people, they don't use emojis.
I think even worse, the text without emoji.
Exactly. Some people think and believe, and I include myself sometimes, not with you, because usually use a lot of emojis, but with other people, that when someone texts you without an emoji, that person is being mean, rude, or that person is mad. Because sometimes, in Spanish, like someone saying sí, like a and yes. Like, yes. Nothing is. Exactly.
No
you're like, oh God, like this person has no feelings. Maybe this person is mad at me. When you don't even know, maybe the person never uses emojis, because maybe the person doesn't even know how to use like properly emojis. And they're like telling you smiling yes, but you interpret it in another way.
You interpret it as like, yes, like, I mean, exactly. I'm mad at you, blah, blah. And then you're being not offended or sad or whatever, and then you attack the person back, whereas at the end the person says, oh, but I never use emojis.
So it's better to hear the voice.
Yes.
Actually, Sam and me, whenever we have something special to say, we say it on a voice note, or if it's like long, we are like, okay, you know what, wait, I'm gonna explain you later when we talk. Usually that happens to us, but it has to be with something important. The future. The future thing. I know cases about people, and this I think has to be with the age of the person. As older the person is, and especially I think with girls and boys. I think like as older the person gets, of course, this person starts thinking about more like serious stuff.
But also, I feel like why they are rushing, because you mentioned before, like earlier, before I interrupted you with my idea of communication, is like they want to spend as much time as they can together, and then
Of course.
oh no, I want to be with you, and that happens to us as well. But it's normal.
No, it's a normal thing. Of course, there are always gonna be plans in between, but of course, we're gonna save it for another episode, the one we're telling you about the future. But sometimes it's very important for you to know at what moment you are of the relationship, because I know about cases of very close friends and people that they have asked me, you know, like, oh, but how do you Sam and you do it, like, about your future? Do you already know where you're gonna live? Do you know, like, it's like, dude, wait, like, seriously, we're studying our masters, we're like doing stuff and that, and these people, they want to rush because in their relationship they've been for less than a year together, and they're like, but I want to be with this person. And of course, this is what Sam was saying, it's what you were saying, like, oh, we want to spend the most part of time together, which is true.
Normal.
Yeah, it's normal. We want to. But these people, they were already talking about the future. Yeah, the future, the real future. And it's like, what, in Mexico, I don't know.
Like the far future, not like the near future. Oh, when are we traveling in 2 months?
Exactly. No. They were meaning like the real future. And in Mexico, I don't know, we have a sentence, I don't know if it's in English. I'm going to just translate it, the literal meaning. That is like, you should learn to walk before to learn to run.
I've heard this one also, Yeah,
you have it in Slovenian as well.
It's something like that, but I think everyone gets the point of the...
Yeah, of course.
Of the sentence.
And that means literally you should know in what moment of your life you are, in this case of your relationship, to know what future you should be planning, you know? And yeah, I mean, there's a moment for everything. Actually, Sam and me, we were talking, we used to talk, well, usually we talk about different things. And it's like, first you need to know in what moment of your life you are, what moment of your plans you are, what things would you like to do. And it's not about rushing. There's time, you know, there's always time to be with the person. What you should be thinking about is maybe trips and stuff. If you are still not in the, you know, in the process of the future.
Of the future.
Exactly. But yeah, it's like the sentence. You just need to learn to walk before to learn to run.
Although some people are successful when they start, like, let's say they get married very young, and then some of them are successful, you know, but those are rare cases. Most of the time, if you're rushing super, like, fast and that, most likely you're gonna fail, sadly. So, as Felipe said, learn to walk before you run.
Yeah, and the problem here is, like, if one of the two of the couple is rushing and the other person is completely down to earth, knowing that what period of her life is.
So if one is ready and wants to do it now, and the other one is like, no, give me still time. I need time.
They're gonna break up. Why? Because the one that is rushing is gonna get mad or is gonna get anxious, and the other one is, okay, they're gonna break up. So that's why it's like a mix of things, like communication, trust, and everything. But there should be a balance. And as Sam and me, we always say 50-50. Like, seriously, you sacrifice, but I sacrifice as well. And you need to sacrifice as well.
So, like, try to understand let's say if you're rushing, try to understand your couple, why he or she is not ready yet. And then also the one that's not rushing should understand. Like, I suppose you should tell them why you feel you're ready, but try to, like, balance it out to wait at, like, certain amount of time that is gonna be good for both.
Yeah, I know, completely. And also, if you are in a normal relationship and you're planning, well, not planning, but soon it's gonna become long distance. And I'm saying this because you saw, baby, yesterday that one of my friends texted me to ask me for some advices because she's getting in a long distance relationship. I mean, she has a very stable and cute and formal relationship, but it's gonna become long distance soon. So if you're in one of those situations, don't be scared. It's possible. And even if you've been with this person for a long time, it's even easier Why? Because you already have the trust on that person. So don't be scared. It's possible. We can tell you. We can give you the advice that it's possible. It's gonna be very hard at the beginning, but it's completely possible.
I think why people are scared most of the long distance relationship is also like not spending time with the person, especially like this the girl, like your friend, because she was in a relationship that's gonna become a long distance. I think that is the thing she's gonna miss the most.
Yeah, she's gonna miss the most, but eventually I know that she's gonna get used to, and she's gonna manage it, and she's gonna know that it's not forever.
Yes.
Especially that it's like an eventual thing, and it's not gonna last forever. So that's the most important thing, and you shouldn't be scared, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah. And well, basically, guys, I think that was it. What we had preferred today. Actually, today was a bit of, well, improvisation. Like we improvised a bit because this is like a normal talk between Sam and me. We were just discussing, giving our points of view, our thoughts and beliefs and everything. But at the end, of course, it's up to you. You are the one that decides everything. We're just giving you advices and, our ideas of what to do if you wanted to succeed in this world.
Yes. And well, we hope you at least found some advice. And as usual, thank you for listening. We hope you liked the episode. As Felipe said, it was a bit improvised, just like a normal talk between you and me, because usually we have those bullet points. But yeah, and well, you can find us on Instagram, iTunes, Spotify, and on YouTube.
Yeah, guys, we wish you a very nice weekend. Enjoy. Throw parties, have fun and everything.
But still take care. Corona is here.
Yeah, of course, like Corona is here. So yeah, just have fun, but taking care. And we wish to have you here next weekend with a new topic.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.